Hello and welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers. This is Joe Justice. I am here with Megan at Meetup 64. Megan, tell me, what's your hustle?
My hustle is to make it as easy as possible to do business in Putnam County.
So what's going on? Is there a lot of stuff going on in Putnam County?
There's a lot going on in Putnam County, yes. So we are here tonight at Meetup 64, which is with the Chamber of Commerce's in Huntington and Charleston. So they're young professionals groups as well as Putnam Crew, which I am proudly a co-chair of.
So now this Meetup 64, how long has this been going on?
This has been going on since 2021, so it's been going on for a while, but it's a great opportunity for people to be able to mingle and kind of just regionally to get to know people that could be beneficial for your network.
Yeah, it's surprising how often you kind of, when you don't get outside of your kind of hometown, right? So if you're in Kanawha County, kind of stay in Kanawha County, but it's great at events like this because you run into people that you don't typically run into, right?
For sure, yeah. I think that we're a region that speaks to each other often, but it's hard to kind of get out of your mold and get out of your shell and to speak with somebody that has a career that's similar to yours or maybe has a service that could be beneficial for your business, if you're in Huntington, for Charleston, and for Putnam County. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So are there any big, exciting initiatives going on in Putnam County that everybody should know about?
Yeah, so there's a lot happening in Putnam County, and Putnam County is growing. So we're actually, we had just completed an Advantage Valley housing study back in January. So we know that Putnam County is one of the only organically growing counties in this area. So that's exciting. We have seen, continuous investment out of Toyota, West Virginia. So a lot of people ask why Putnam County Development Authority focuses so much on manufacturing, and it's because for each manufacturing job you create, there's 3 additional jobs that come. So a lot of times people are like, well, we need a Texas Roadhouse or we need all of these things. They're great, but in order to get things like that, you have to have your big, large-scale employers. So places like Toyota, they just completed a $200 million expansion, and they're going to add workers on for that. That's something that continues to see things happen, like a Target in Liberty Square. So
yeah, that's a great point. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and most of the people that watch my channel are entrepreneurs and small business owners. But it is really important to understand the importance of those big prime businesses to the local entrepreneurial ecosystem, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So I kind of mentioned, my job is to make it as easy as possible to do business in Putnam County. But what a lot of people don't know as well is that 80% of your job growth in your area comes from already existing businesses. So when you're talking, that it might be, somebody like Eagle Research here in Hurricane, if they grow 5 and add 5 on their jobs and their job numbers, then that helps the community more so than, it's very rare for you to get a large scale project that will land in your area.
Absolutely. And now recently you also did, right here in Putnam County, was a supply chain expo, didn't you? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so through Advantage Valley, which is a regional economic development organization, so that's made up of 9 counties, we just completed an industrial supply chain expo. So we have supply chain expos trying to make it as easy as possible for businesses to find suppliers and services that are close instead of, finding somebody that might be nationally known throughout the area and having to fly them in and things. So we just completed that. We've had some really great results out of that. There's been some contracts that have been made for some local services. So I know that there were a couple industrial suppliers that got some pretty big accounts for some of the larger employers around here. So opportunities like that are ways that we try and make it easy for you all to find the customers that you need.
Great. And as we're kind of wrapping up here, what would you like people to do to learn more if they're in Putnam County, get connected with you, or find out what's coming up next?
Yeah, for sure. So Putnam County Development Authority has a website. It's pcda.org. I would be remiss that, depending on what you're doing in Putnam County, you probably want to look at other places depending on what your interest is. So if you're interested in being a visitor and finding fun things to do, you should look at the Convention and Visitors Bureau website. If you're looking at, from a small business and you want to grow your business, the Chamber of Commerce is great in Putnam County. And then if you work in more of an industrial space or manufacturing manufacturing space. The Development Authority, which is where I work at, is pca.org. But we're happy. We have a relocation guide too. So all three of us work together in a relocation guide if you're looking to move to the area.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching and listening. And again, this is Joe Justice reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.